Baroness
Ken,
Moan,
Ken.
millions.
Hello, Ken.
Yeah.
Do you want to know why I'm disappointed?
What? Because you're going to agree with me. That's probably your prediction this morning.
Yes.
Let me guess. I've guessed what you're going to say.
Yes. I agree with all of those things. I agree that all of the prices are going up. No, Ken is...
right again.
Ken isn't right very often, but Ken is right this morning. Hang on a second. Let me bring in some joy. Hang on, Ken. Dr. Roger Gievolb is our personal finance expert.
Well, he's got a man of common sense now coming on. Great. Let's listen to the doc.
So let's bring on the doc as well. But I just want to keep you on the line, Ken. Dr. Roger, good morning to you.
Good morning, and good morning, Ken from Kent.
Yes, exactly. So,
Good morning, Doctor. Talk this man some sense, please.
He doesn't need it from me. He's got his own, believe me.
There we go. Dr. Roger.
It's not good sense. It's bad sense.
What, my sense?
Yes.
Are you cruising for a fader, Ken?
Well, I'd like to talk about putting tax on these deals in the London Stock Exchange, but you won't have it.
No, you're absolutely right, Ken. You spoiled your chance. I won't have it. I'll say goodbye to you and say good morning to Dr. Roger Gievolb, CEO of Fair Money, personal finance and credit expert. Joins me now with his lovely new background. How exciting. Dr. Roger, good morning.
Good morning, James.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us this morning. So, normally I expect a huge amount of frothing from you, and now we've just got a whole range of despondent disappointment and sadness. And now we start off with some hypocritical nonsense. Perhaps you'd like to start with your assessment of the government and indeed what the Treasury have been saying.
And also the grim executive has appeared today on this 100th day of Rishi. I can't disagree, pardon me, with anything that you or Ken from Kent have said. It's disappointing. I mean, he's a placeholder at best. I appreciate his enthusiasm, and I appreciate him, keeping our spirits up. But I think that both he and Jeremy Hunt have moved long ago from cheerleading to gaslighting. And I'm really tired of, listening to nonsense, which is really all we get from him. This is entitled not hypocritical, but if you read what I wrote, it's hypocryptical nonsense.
Oh, hypocriptical. Listen,
as in cryptocurrencies.
Oh, I see. Roger, first of all, you're dealing with my dyslexia. And secondly, frankly, you're just being a bit clever at this time in the morning. So, what is going on about cryptocurrency? Are we still talking about that? I thought it had been discredited was a load of old nonsense.
Well, pardon me. That's a good point. I mean, the debate is still raging between the experts who say the whole thing is a South Sea bubble, a tulip fraud, a Madoff Ponzi scheme.
Yes.
And those very rich crypto experts who say nonsense, this is the greatest thing to ever happen.
I mean, I do like the people who have cashed out of crypto, and I do know one or two that they made more money than God, and they've put their money away from crypto and into what I would describe as real money.
Well, that is what I counseled people to do some months ago, you'll recall.
Yes.
Leave money in crypto if you can absolutely afford to lose it. But I want to quote you several wonderful things announced by our Government and Treasury yesterday. They've published proposals, James, for how the government will manage and regulate the very turbulent crypto industry. The industry had a disastrous year, as you know, last year, with total assets falling 75% from their height of $3 trillion last November. And apparently almost 10% of us Brits now apparently own crypto assets. So we start with the absolutely mind-blowing statement, and I quote, "Ministers plan to use existing regulations to control the industry rather than setting up a new bespoke regime."
No.
Now, the Treasury said that this will, wait, the next one's even better. The Treasury said that this will help crypto, quote, to benefit from the confidence, credibility, and regulatory clarity of the existing system.
What meaning of the word clarity are they using?
I couldn't stop laughing because do these folks spend their days talking only to each other? Are they aware that probably 99.9999% of Brits would not apply any of those 4 words to the British financial and banking system today? And are they aware how fundamentally different crypto is from the traditional financial system?
Well, exactly.
I mean, it was set up to be different, for goodness sake.
It was set up to be different, and I find that absolutely staggering. Meanwhile, if we don't move on, we won't be able to cover anything else. However, today is an important day. We do expect an announcement from the Bank of England. It's only moving one way when it comes to interest rates. They seem absolutely hell-bent on increasing them again.
Well, yeah, and with this kind of thinking, the crypto regulators and the Bank of England, with this kind of thinking all around us, filling up the atmosphere, is it any wonder that Mr. Andrew Bailey and his colleagues at the bank are going to give us the 10th rise in 13 months? This will take us to a 4% level, higher than any time since the financial crisis of 10 years ago. Do we really need this? Is it helping? Well, the 9 previous rises so far have not curbed inflation, and they've done absolutely nothing, that's the other argument, to protect the pound against the dollar. That's the second specious argument. Indeed, inflation is falling and will probably halve this year, as it will in many other countries. But this has nothing to do with interest rate rises, nor the Bank of England, nor Rishi Sunak, nor Jeremy Hunt. It's falling in all these other countries. There's no prime minister or finance minister there claiming credit for it. And as I've been saying for a year, it's because, as we've been discussing, it's cost-push inflation.
It is cost-push inflation. Meanwhile, we have 30 seconds in which you can tell me whether it's going to be all doom and gloom or whether you've got a scintilla of positive news for us.
I've got more than a scintilla. With 75% of crypto assets lost and a 10th rate rise, what could there be announced but late yesterday? House prices have fallen for the 5th consecutive month, but it's not all doom and gloom. After only a couple of decades of being told that 2/3 of our home energy bills are electricity, and that as much as 80% of that is grossly overcharged because it's pegged to the gas price, although it's got nothing to do with gas, the Department of Business, Energy, and whatever it is has announced they are undertaking a major investigation of the issue. Research indicates, James, that Britons have spent more than £7 billion unnecessarily on electricity over the last few years.
Yes, indeed we have. Dr. Roger, thank you so much for giving us a scintilla of a bit of positive news there. That's Dr. Roger Givold, CEO of Fair Money Personal Finance and Credit Expert. Okay, thank